Hey guys, in our previous video we explored master calendar, which is a regular calendar starting from Jan to December, right? But sometimes we also need to implement a fiscal calendar, which can start from any month from this year and it can roll over to the next year as well. So traditionally we start from April, right? Current year April and running over till the next year March, correct? So we'll see how to implement that fiscal calendar. So we'll start by declaring a variable, let's say fiscal month 4. So that means I'm saying the starting month is going to be 4, April. So the year starts with April of the current year, and starting there it goes to 12 months. So obviously it ends with March of next year. Okay. So this is one change we have to do, followed by these couple of statements. Okay. So we have this regular calendar which we did last time. So now on top of that, we have two preceding loads. Okay, so we'll go bottom to top. So the first step is to create a number field for the fiscal year and fiscal month. Okay, the first one is we are just adding this year plus a number. We are assigning a number 1 and 0. Basically, we are iterating row by each month, right? Each row, and we are checking whether this month is greater than this uh, variable, which is nothing but 4. So for all the months which are greater than 4, we are assigning 1. For the remaining, we are assigning 0. The idea is to add 1 to it, and then we'll subtract it. Okay, so basically, when again in this preceding load we are referring to this same year, and we are subtracting 1 here, and we are using the normal value as such here. So the idea is, so let's say I select 2015 to 16. So I mean, when I select 2016, the range will be like 2015 slash 2016, right? So 1 year minus the current year. So this will be 2016, this will be 2015. So, and that's the logic of subtracting this one. So before we subtract, we already increment 1 and then we'll reduce 1. Okay. uh, that's on the year. For the month, right, we are using a modulo function, which is nothing but which divides this part, right? So this half versus this half, so it's going to take a difference of month minus the value 4. So 1 minus 4 minus 3 come divided by 12. So 2 minus 4 minus 2 divided by 12. So the whatever the modulo function returns, the output of I mean, modulo doesn't return a literal division of these two. It's actually a division of this comma this, and it's going to return the remainder. In case of negative numbers, it's going to look into the nearest round of number. For all other cases, it's going to be written the remainder. Okay, so whatever the modulo function returns, one is going to be, we are adding 1 to it, and that month we are using it over here for the as a integer part here in the dual. So this month is what we have already derived, and this f month is what we derive here. Similarly, for the month year, I'm just using the same month year which was already derived. On the integer part is derived over here. So for the to derive the month year, okay. So we are following this 13 minus this, and we are deriving the month name. So similarly, we derive quarter as well. Here also we go back 3. So we have all these fields related to fiscal, which is prefixed with f, right? F year, f month year, f quarter. Okay, so now that we have both the fields, our regular fields and the fields related to fiscal. Now let's go to UI and let's see how it works looks like. Okay, so we have all these fields in the bottom, which is all fiscal year. So this is what I was referring to. So the year minus 1 slash the current year, right? So when I say 2016 slash 17, so it's going to start from April 2016, correct, and it's going to end by March 2017. Okay, so even when I say Q1, it's not going to be Jan to March. Instead, it's going to be April to June. Okay, so we'll also try to visualize it. So when we have 2016-17 selected and Q1 selected, we could see these months, right? Or when I deselect this for this year 2016-17, it starts from April, ends with March. Okay, so this is how these filters looks like, and this is how we can use the fiscal calendar, and this is how we can create it. Okay, so hope we got some basic understanding of fiscal calendar and how to create it. Please do let me know in the comment section for any clarification. Thanks for watching.